In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to draft the pattern for this bustier top. If you're interested in it, kindly watch till the end. Let's get started. So these are the items I'm going to be needing for the pattern drafting. So you make sure you have them before you start drafting. First thing I'm going to be doing is to mark 1 inch down from the upper part to get my shoulder line. So just mark 1 inch down like I've done, and then connect the points together with your ruler. And then I'm going to be labeling that part the shoulder line. So these are the measurements I'm going to be needing to draft the pattern. So first thing I'm going to be doing is to look for my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 9, and then my shoulder to waist, which is 16. So from the shoulder, I'll be marking my shoulder to bust, which is 9, and then shoulder to waist, which is 16 inches. After marking the point, I'll be joining them together with my straight ruler. So this line becomes the bust line, and that is the waist line. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to put in my top length or my blouse length. My shoulder to bust is 16, but then I decided to add extra 1 into it, making it 17. So I'll be adding extra 1 inch to it since 16 looks too short for me. That's why I added the extra 1 inch. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to put in my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 7 divided by 2. I had 3.5. So from the center front, I'm going to be marking my 3.5 on the bust line and then on the waistline as well. Then I'll be connecting the points together with my ruler. And then from there, I'll be working on the under bust measurements. So the under bust measurements is 3.5 from the bust point, and then on the bust line I'll be coming down by 1 inch before I get the bust point. So I'll be adding that 1 inch to the 3.5 and then mark 4.5 for the under bust measurement. So the under bust is actually 3.5 from the bust point. So whatever your under bust measurement is, make sure you start from the bust point and then mark. Then I'll be labeling that part or that line the under bust so I don't get confused. Next thing I'm going to be doing is put in my neck measurement, and then the width is 3 inches. The depth is also 3 inches. Then go ahead and then draw in the shape. So from there, I'm going to be working on the shoulder. My shoulder is 14 inches. The shoulder is always divided by 2. So 14 divided by 2, I had 7. So I'm marking 7 from the center front. And then after that, I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Next, I'm going to be marking the same 7 inches on the bust line, and then connect those 2 points together. So after connecting it together, I'll now work on slant my shoulder. So from the neck width point, I'm going to be slanting it to the shoulder line like this. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to put in my bust measurements on the bust line. So the bust divided by 4, I had 9 inches, so I just marked 9 inches over there, and then from there I'll be dividing that line into 2 and then come in by ½ inches so that I can shape the front part of the armhole with my French curve. So make sure the French curve is on all the points you've marked, and then just connect it like this. And then I'll be connecting that nipple to nipple line straight to the neck area. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to come down by 1 inch. Remember, I told you I'll be coming down by 1 inch before I put in my underbust measurement, which is 3.5. After that, I'll be putting in 1 inch that allowance on both sides of the nipple to nipple line, so that becomes 2 inches for both the waistline and then the underbust. So if you're marking on both the waist and then the length for the blouse, you are inserting 1 inch or placing 1 inch on both sides. So if your bust is very big, the part or the side that comes to the center front, you can make that part of the darts 1.5 inches and then connect the points together. So I'll be using my French curve to connect from the bust point to the underbust, and then from the underbust to the waistline, I'll be using a straight ruler for that. And then from there, I'm going to be deciding the length from the shoulder to the new neckline. So however deep you want your neckline to be, you decide at this point. So from the bust line, I'll be coming up by 3.5 inches. And then on the same bust line, I'll be coming up by 1 inch again. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark 1/2 and 1/4 or 0.75 on both sides of the new neckline, and then the size of the dart after marking 1/2 and 1/4 on both sides will be 1.5 inch. Next thing I'm going to be doing is to join those points together with a straight line and then draw in my dart. So I'm going to be using the curve to draw in the dart at that point. And then from there, I'll be drawing in or making the shape for the front. So at the bust line, I'll be coming up by 1.5 inches. 1.5 inches, and then I'll be using my French curve to draw in the shape of my sweetheart neckline for the front. And then at the side, I'll be coming up by 1 inch. Then I'll reconnect the points together like this, and then use my curve to draw in the shape for that point as well. Note, you can decide not to come up by 1 inch and then connect straight to the bust line. That is, if you want your skin to reveal or you want to show more skin, you can connect to the bust line, or you can even drop it by 1 inch or 1/2 inch before connecting the points together. So next thing I'm going to be doing is to insert my bust and then waist measurements. This top doesn't need a hip line, that is why I cancelled the hip measurement. So on the bust line, I've already marked my 9 inches over there, and then I'll be measuring the size of the darts and then add it up, which is 1.5 inches. And then on the waistline, I'm going to be doing same. I'm going to be marking my waist divided by 4, which is 7.25. And then I'll be marking the size of measuring the size of the dart as well, which is 2 inches. And then I'll be adding it to the side as well before connecting the points together. And then I'll extend that line to meet up with the new seam allowance I added. So like I said, you can connect to the bust line like this at the side seam, or you can decide to go up by 1 inch. It will still fit perfectly, just that more skin will be revealed when you connect to the bust line. Next, I'll be adding 1.5 inches at the bust point or the bust line, and then to the waistline for sewing allowance. And then for the front, you can decide to make this straight. If this is too deep for you, you can decide to reshape it to whatever shape you prefer. So I'm ruling out the dots at this point because it's no longer needed in the pattern since it has been replaced. After that, I'll go ahead and then cut out my bustier. And then after cutting, I'll draft the pattern for the back. So like I did for the front, I'm marking 1 inch down, connect with my ruler to get my shoulder line. Next, I'm going to be marking 1 inch in at the center back to get my zip extension. I'll also be connecting the points together with my ruler to get another straight line. So that is my center back and that is my shoulder. First thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my shoulder to bust measurement, which is 9 inches, and then shoulder to waist, which is 16 inches, like I did for the front. After that, I'll be connecting the points together with my straight ruler as well. Next, I'll be putting or placing in my shoulder, which is 14 by 2, 7 inches. And then I'll be coming down by 1 inch for the shoulder slant. Next, I'll be putting in my neckline measurement, which is 3 inches for the neck width and then 3 inches for the neck depth. This is actually not needed, but then it will guide you to get what you want or what you are looking for. So I realized this line is not straight, so I went ahead to correct it. Next, I'll be putting in my nipple to nipple measurement, which is 3.5 inches on the bust and then waistline, and then connect the points together with my ruler. And then I'll be inserting in my dots. So I'll be placing 1/2 inch on both sides of the nipple to nipple line on the waistline, and then I'll be connecting from the bust line to the waistline. After inserting or placing the dots, I'll now put in my body measurement. So I had 9 inches for the bust and then 7.25 for the waist, all divided by 4. And then after that, I added the dot allowance, which is 1 inch, before connecting the points together. So remember, I went up by 1 inch at the side seam for the front. I'm doing same for the back so that when I join them together, they will match. After that, I'll be connecting it to the bust line by 1 inch at the side seam. So you can decide to reduce the center back. It all depends on you. So you can go down by 1 inch or 2 inches. How deep you want it to be, you go ahead and then do it. So I'm just using this red marker to make an example for you to see. So you can decide to do it like this. It all depends on you. And then I placed 1.5 inches seam allowance at the side seam like I did for the front. So I'm ruling out the dots at this point, and then I'll go ahead and then cut out. I'll be uploading the sewing video very soon, so kindly subscribe to my channel so that you get notified when I post the next video. Then after cutting out, I'll go ahead and then place it on a fabric. The fabric I'll be using for the bustier. I'll go ahead and then place it on it and then show you what to do next. So here I've placed it on it, and then I'll go ahead and then cut out. So you see the remaining part in the next video. Don't forget to like, comment and share my videos.